Hey guys, welcome to episode number 17 of the Derby Current Life, and to start off this episode, we're currently on 57 points after 31 games. We do have a game in hand over Nottingham Forest, so if we do win this game we could potentially go within 2 points of them, so that's something for us to chase, of course. As you can see, our defensive record is something we definitely need to work on, because 46 goals conceded, that would put us down in about 17th, but obviously we've scored a lot more goals with 71 goals, so in a way it's more entertaining for you guys because obviously you see more goals. So we'll kick off this episode with a game against Huddersfield, who are down in 18th. Hopefully we can get off to a good start, that would be great. Just looking at the fixtures that are coming up and in terms of where they are in the league, we have got Luton Town, who are towards the bottom as well. Then we've got Fulham, who are just below us in the table, so a good opportunity to put a bit of a gap between us and the playoffs, of course, just to keep us in that top 6. Then in the episode after this one, we will be playing the Carabao Cup final against Sheffield United, a chance for us to get our first silverware off the career mode. Then we got the round of 16 game against West Brom, 5 more games in the month of March. Then in April we got 5 games here, then 1 game against Birmingham, and then potentially promotion. So there's really not long left at all in this career mode. At the minute, our top goal scorer in the league is Wayne Rooney. He's currently 6 goals clear of Collins. I really hope we can get that. Obviously Chris Martin and Bowen also on 14 and 12 goals. So yeah, let's head into the first game at the John Smith Stadium against Huddersfield. It's quite interesting, obviously, without any kit sponsors because of that Poddy Power thing. I'm thinking of resting Rooney. We may need to rest a few players, to be honest, because it's not the best in terms of fitness. Here we are then at home against Huddersfield. Obviously we did kick off the championship season with the game away. It is obviously the game at home now. I think I did say the John Smith Stadium, but obviously we're at home. So they've got Mir Halov in goal. I think he's Bulgarian. He may have been at Forest before. Had a John I and Duheni at the fullback positions. Then Kongola and Schindler in the centre back positions. Then Jonathan Hogg, O'Brien, Daly, Van La Parra, Rowe, and then Callan Grant. I think it is. He's very good actually. And hopefully, I think it's Danny Cowley and the Cowley brothers, basically. They've taken over at Huddersfield now, so hopefully they can turn things around. It's still a very strong team. Like, Congolo, Schneiderlin and Hogg are all like 75 plus rated. Grant will be like 74, so still a very strong team. We've had to make a few changes down into the cam position. Van Bergen on the right for Bowen as well. Obviously no Rooney because of fitness, and Wisdom at right back.
In England, Derek Ray here on the commentary box, joined as always by former Arsenal and England fullback Lee Dixon, and the focus is very much on live action from the Championship. It's Derby County and they take on Huddersfield Town.
Well, thank you, Derek. All the talking is done. Time now to put the coach's plans into action. Let's hope both teams really have a go at each other from the start of this match. It should be a cracker.
Chance here to bring it forwards down the wing.
Still possibilities. Very comfortable piece of defending. And here's how it looks for Derby County. Would you call it
Johnson on the ball here, bringing it forwards.
Really like this formation.
Got the pace taken out by the midfielder though.
Tackle like that and expect to get away with it. Booking to come, you would think. So early in this game, and the referee not really hesitating. A yellow card it is, and that could make it difficult for player and official.
Well, it changes the complexion of your game, the way you play your match, especially if you're a defender. You start thinking about the challenges instead of executing them.
Low.
Chance here to slip down into the middle. As you can see, we are the top goal scoring team in the league.
In terms of a team's preferred style, and the visitors do like to press high. It's very much their game. Lee, would you expect to see more of that?
Yeah, I think it's their preferred option for sure. Be interesting to see how high and how long they press for in this game. It's a really physical way of playing. That tactic suits them, but can they do it for all of the game?
Had a John I. Rowe. And a goal has been scored at the Hawthorns. Let's hear about it from Alan.
It's a goal for West Bromwich Albion. 12 minutes played, 1-0.
Cheers again, Alan. I think everyone knew that was foul play, and the referee left with little choice but to award the free kick. Low. Kieran Dowell. Well, the counter chance looks very real.
Chance here to get Dow through if I can slip it in. He's not the fastest player in the world. He has got a bit of space here to find the back of the net. It's been blocked though by the centre back. Oh,
and that was a very fine read. The ball with Huddersfield.
Chance here for Grant. Obviously not the fastest against Curtis Davis.
Well, far too much on that particular cross. So a throw in here. Bird. Low. Florian Josefsson.
Chance here with Dowell if I can slip it back through for Maron.
Top-notch tackle. And on the ball is Congolo. The ball with Huddersfield. Rowe. O'Brien. Hogg.
Low with the ball out wide here. Against Low. Rowe against Low. It's into the middle.
It comes to absolutely nothing.
Chance here for Marriott to bring it forwards. He's got a bit of space in front of him. Now with the shot, saved by the Bulgarian to keep it out. It's was quite far out, so I wasn't really expecting a goal there, but you've got to give it a try.
So it's going to be a goal kick here. Just looking ahead to another game coming up for you from the Championship live on EA TV. It's Derby County versus Luton Town.
Yeah, game after game, the season is relentless, but players just love to play. Give them a game any day of the week. That should be a belter.
Grant. Passing it around, looking for the goal that would put them ahead.
Grant on ball here on the edge, and he's intercepting, but hasn't quite won it fully. So now with number 41 with the shot into the top right hand corner. I'm not too sure who it is. Can you see what it says? Daly on the back of his shirt. Very nice goal into the top right hand corner. As you can see, a Shinny trying to win the ball but missing out. Just cuts inside, hits it into the top right. Not much the keeper can do about that, and it is 1-0 to Huddersfield.
Just to confirm, Middlesbrough have scored in that match.
Chance here for Huddersfield in the box with the shot into the near post, and it is into the back of the net this time with number 39, who not too sure who it is. It's just poor defender from me. I don't know, the keeper could have done a bit better at the near post, but it is Lewis O'Brien. 2-0 to Huddersfield now, and it's going to be tough for us to get back in it. On to Chris Martin, across to Martin Wagborn. Can he get us a goal and get us back in this game? He's run through now with the shot. Martin Wagborn off the bench has got us back hopefully into this game. If we can get a second goal, then that would be great at this point. Chance here for Huddersfield. It's slipped through into the back of the net from, I think that's Benza, the striker. I think that's game over. You see, this game feels like ultimate difficulty. There's a few where it just doesn't. I don't know what my keeper's been doing. Honestly, I think the keeper could have saved at least a couple of these shots, but yeah, hasn't had the best day at the office. And it is now 3-1 to Huddersfield with 10 minutes to go. There we go, full time against Huddersfield. It is a 3-1 loss against the Premier League relegated side. I don't know. You see, that game felt like ultimate difficulty. That was a difficult game. I know they only had 3 shots on target and scored 3 goals. Wagwan did well off the bench again, and it's just trying to find him a place for him in the team. Into a bit of training then. Hopefully we can get a bit of growth to some of our players. I think I will change Max Bird though to some defensive side, just since he's going to be a defensive midfielder with only like 50 odd defending. He could do with a bit higher. Jason Knight grown to a 58 is good to see. Monthly scouting update then. I'm assuming we've got something from Brazil then, which is good to see. We've got this Alex Conciacao, whatever his name is. We'll sign him up with a very good potential, of course. Same again with this Linz. Also this guy, they seem to be quite good actually. These all seem, maybe not this one. Sign that one, there we go. Cool. I don't really mind signing them up because they're not exactly going to cost me too much. We'll have a look at what kind of rating they are in the youth academy then. We do have a 54 rated one here. It's mainly the Brazilians we're looking at this time. Most of them, yeah, we've got a centre forward here at 52, a 61. That's not bad actually. Gabriel Xavier, not the fastest in the world, but very good potential, and 61 rated already. You know, that's what we're essentially playing already with some of our other players. I could do with somebody a bit faster there. That's what I kind of like out wide. Next game then against Luton Town. We still have the opportunity to go up to third. We do have Fulham coming up as well. Forest did drop points in the last game, so we could have closed that gap. And with a loss, we're still not really doing that well. But we could still close it to 2 points with a win against Luton Town, who are down in 9th. So they are doing reasonably well. They're only about 10 or 11 points behind us. So it's going to be slightly tougher than I thought this game would be. But we do have a few players back from fitness. We've got Bogle back. We've got Rooney back at cam. Bowen back as well. So it is a much stronger team. Here we are then for the game away at Luton. We have gone for Martin Waghorn out on the left-hand side. Scott Malone in the defence. Schurz back in. Bogle back in. Bowen back in. Huddleston in. Rooney up front. In behind Marriott, of course. Hopefully, we need to win this game. But we are playing against the second highest goal scorer in the league in Collins. Then they got Heitel next to him. Potentially could play against Butterfield in this game. They do have Monka, Shinnie against Shinnie. I think they are both brothers or cousins or something. I think they're brothers, I'm pretty sure. And Panzu and Tunnicliffe finishing off the midfield. Then Brendan Galloway, Musonda at right back. Then Pearson, Craney and Stetch in goal. It's a nice team. Obviously they're playing the Diamond. Doing quite well, like they're up in 9th. So it's going to be a tough game, but I'm hoping, since we did rest players in the last game, we can get the win. Ruston on the ball here to Waghorn. He has won it off the defender. Has got the chance to go down this left-hand side with a bit of strength, out-strengthening the fullback. Now with the shot saved and out for a corner. It's a good start, and obviously with his left foot he can just shoot across goal. It's gone into the box to Marriott and into the back of the net to make it 1-0. Good start. That's what we need. The first goal in games on ultimate difficulty are absolutely crucial because it just sets the tone for the game 100% and makes the difference. Marriott on the ball. A chance for Rooney to run through the defence. Hopefully gets around the final player. Now with the shot, now with the goal, Wayne Rooney gets his 21st goal of the season to get us into a nice comfortable position. We need a win. We need that win to, especially I think this is the game in hand, just to get us within grabbing distance of Forest. Chance to dink it over the top for Bowen if he can get on the end of it. He's controlled it well. Can he get a left-footed finesse shot off? Yes, he can. And that is what you want to see from the English Messi to make it 3-0 in the game. He's literally like a cheap man's Messi, Bowen is. If we can get him towards like the 80 mark by the time he's in the Premier League, that means we've got that right-hand side locked in. I think a striker and another winger, maybe another cam just because of Rooney not being able to play every game, but still very useful. Yeah, that's a lovely finesse shot from Bowen to get about his 15th or 16th goal this season. Martin in the box here, subbed him on, off the post and into the back of the net. We made a triple substitution at half time, and he seems to be stuck under the Luton play. There we go. Yeah, we subbed off Rooney, Bowen and I think Huddleston as well, just because we do so well when we have our best team, and the only issue is trying to get them fit all the time. So brought on Martin, and yeah, he's got the instant impact and pretty much killed the game now. On to Marriott here. Can he go around the final defender? Now into Waghorn. Can he get the goal to make it 5-0? Yes, he can. And the difference between this game, I know it's Luton, and maybe that's the factor because Huddersfield have got a better rating. They're a tougher team, and obviously Luton are probably only a 3-star team. Huddersfield are probably 3.5, 4-star. So yeah, it's just like it depends on really who we come up against. Good left-footed shot there from Martin Waghorn to get us the 5-0 lead. It's good for goal difference, of course, and it's good for confidence. As you can see, Luton in the last 15 minutes have put the pressure on. It's gone through for Collins. Great save from Van der Voort to keep it out, and it's out for a corner. We do need to keep the clean sheet because generally we've not been great. Butterfield just coming off the bench there against his old club has just dinked it into Craney. Am I going into Shinnie? Now into Marriott in the box. Can we make it 6-0 with the shot? Yes, we can. I think that is our biggest... I think in terms of goal difference, I think we won one game 6-2, but if we can keep this at 6-0, then that is the biggest goal difference in a game for us. And obviously at the top of the table it's quite tight, so great shot into the top left-hand corner, and that, I think, is game over. And there we go, full time, our biggest victory of the career mode, I believe. We'll have to check on the manager career thing, but I'm about 95% sure that's the biggest victory. We also rested up a few players at half-time. Good game from Graham Shinnie, as always. He's always good, Shinnie. Like, the amount of work rate, obviously with his like 95 stamina, he could just run around like a headless chicken and get all the dirty stuff done. So with that victory, it does put us above Fulham, our next game, and 2 points within Forest. I think Stoke City have pretty much run away with it now. They're 15 points clear of us. So I very much doubt we're going to catch those. It's just whether we can catch Nottingham Forest. We do have a player returning from injury. It is Dwayne Holmes. Hopefully, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see if we can actually put him onto the bench. He is obviously quite a nice player to have as an option. He can play either in the midfield or out wide. I think we're going to have to start him off the bench, which is a little bit annoying, but he's still obviously a very useful player to have. What I'm hoping for this Fulham game, yeah, it looks like pretty much everyone's good for fitness, which is good to see, because I was a little bit worried that they wouldn't be full on fitness. So let me just check if that was actually the biggest. Yeah, it was the biggest victory. Our biggest loss was against Wigan, 4-0 loss. The first goal in the game is absolutely critical. We've scored 101 goals and conceded 52. Lost 9 games, drawn 7 and won 26 after 42 games. We are obviously in both cup competitions still. So in terms of that, we're doing very well indeed. And I'm hoping we can get promoted, because it'll be a little bit frustrating if we're in the Championship and we have like Europa League football or something. So let's head into the press room for the press conference. So let's head into the game then, at home at Pride Park. It'd be interesting to see what kind of lineup Fulham have gone for. We may need to make a change. I think I'm going to put Josephson definitely on the bench, because he just doesn't work from the start. From the bench, fantastic, but when you start with him, I'm kind of tempted to start with Martin Waghorn, but just because of the fitness. Marriott's also not the best, but gonna have to do. Is Huddleston fit? He is. So I think I've got to play Huddleston over Bird, especially for this kind of big game against Fulham. You got to play your best players. Here we go then, at Pride Park against Fulham, who are just below us on exactly the same amount of points. So a great way to finish off the episode with a very, very tough game. They've got Fabrizio in goal, who was fantastic in the previous game. Cyrus Christie against his former club. Dennis Adoy, Mawson and Joe Bryan finishing off the midfield. Then Harry Arter, Kearney and Johansson. Then Knockout, Cabano and Bobby Reed up top. It's a very strong team. Maybe with Mitrovic up top I'd go for, but still it's one of the best teams in the league, and it's going to be a very, very tough game if the Huddersfield game's to go anything by. So we have got Malone at left back and Van Bergen on that left hand side for a bit of pace. Hopefully we can get the first goal and get the win. Rooney on the ball here into Marriott. Get it back to Rooney. Just took a little bit too long with his run. It's now a Shinnie. Into Rooney's path. Goes around Mawson. Cuts back. Back to Van Bergen. Can he get the back of the net? Yes, he can. I want to say he's Belgian, but he could be Dutch. But yeah, he's been a little bright spot for the team. He's only like, what, 20 years old. The only thing about him is he doesn't have a player face, but you know, it's one of the things I've got to deal with. But yeah, Rooney with the nice assist. Van Bergen going to the cam position. Let me just check what nationality is, because I can't. We got him from the Pro League, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't actually. I'm sure it used to show their nationality on this kind of page, like the player info. So yeah, maybe I'll have to Google what he is. Corner then, about 5 minutes to go before half time. Huddleston flicks it and it's cleared off the line. Or was that offside? I'm not sure who the offside's going to here. How is it offside? How is it offside? How is it offside, game? Tell me how this is offside when they got the guy on the line. He's on the pitch as well. This game's broke.
They're inches from going in.
Volta on the ball here. He's gone around the man into Mitrovic's path, off the bench and into the back of the net. You just know it's going to happen when you got Mitrovic on the pitch. I should have gone to, I don't know why, like Shinny was, for example. And yeah, he's come off the bench and scored the goal. We have just made a couple of subs. I may bring on Josephson as well, just for that impact. Into Chris Martin's path. Can he slip through Josephson? Yes, he can. Now with the shot, Florian Josephson with the goal, the ultimate impact substitution. I think he'll still do bits in the Premier League as well. It really depends on how much money we get and how many signings we can make and what really is a priority. Because goal scoring wise we're fine, it's just, you know, keeping the goals out which may be the issue. Good to stay on side and gets the goal to make it 2-1 and to get us back in the lead. If we can get the win in this game, it's fantastic. Good transfer, Josephson to kill the game here if we can get the third goal, and that's absolutely fantastic, and that is what we've done. On the right hand side, the Dutchman has made it 3-1, and that is 3 points against Fulham. And Josephson is the difference. That, you know, just having that player to come off the bench is what we need, basically. Look at the ball from Martin, great ball across the pitch, and Josephson into the top of the net to make it 3-1. There we go, full time against Fulham. A very, very valuable 3 points, potentially going into the second position if Forest did drop points. So Fabrizio was still decent start of the game, but getting that first goal with Van Bergen was absolutely critical. They did reply with Mitrovic, but then Josephson, the three Dutch goals for us, making the difference. As you can see, we did do better in terms of attacking areas. Into a bit of training then, I think we'll change Jaden Bogle back to defending, just because, you know, it's nice to round him off a bit. Maybe going to passing, actually, because his defending is actually quite decent. He's got, you know, 82 standing tackling, which is really, really good. So yeah, maybe like crossing or something, just to increase, obviously, that area of the pitch. So after that win against Fulham, it does put a little bit of a gap below us. Obviously, Fulham in fourth, then we've got Forest 2 points ahead of us. So if we can win the next game against QPR in the next episode, who are down in 19th, it's a very good opportunity. Who have Forest got? Let's have a quick look. They've got Middlesbrough, I think. No, that's February. Are we in February? Yeah, we should be in February. But it's not until the 29th. So, oh, Forest play Cardiff. Cardiff are currently 6th, so there's a very good chance that we could be top 2. We have scored 81 goals after 34 games. We should be able to hit the 100 goal mark by the end of the season, of course. Not too long to go. Hopefully, guys did enjoy this episode. Obviously, it's just mainly playing games now until the end of the season. And then if we get promoted, we can spend a lot of money and hopefully keep ourselves in the Premier League. So yeah, we signed a few good players in the youth academy. I just don't know, like, getting them involved really. You know, it's just a bit. I might use this Xavier guy. He looks all right. But especially when we're like trying to chase for promotion, there's literally no margin for error. So trying to get these players involved is a little bit difficult. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. Leave a like on it if you did enjoy, and see you soon. Bye.